How you doing, E?
How you doing, sweetheart?
Can I ask you a couple of questions?
That'll be great.
What made you open Unique Fashions?
I opened it because I felt I had to do it. I had stores before Unique Fashion, but Unique Fashion is the one that pretty much has paved the way, made things to where people know who I am. I had one originally in East Texas because I'm from East Texas. I opened it up where my people was at, called Midnight Design. Then I would go down and check on it, pretty much, and make sure that everybody was doing what they were supposed to be doing in the store. But I didn't live in the area at the time, so I would go down there and then I would come back up to Dallas. And I worked at a communications company, I would just do both. And Midnight Design was good. I mean, it helped a lot of people to get the things that they wanted when they couldn't get it anywhere else down in that area. But that came to an end shortly after I opened it up, maybe about 2 years into it. I had already opened up Unique Fashions, and I owned Midnight Design and Unique Fashion at the same time. But I felt like I needed to focus on either or, and I chose to go with Unique Fashions.
And where did the name come from?
I was in my living room, and I was thinking about it. Me and my wife, I talked to her, and I was like, I want to do a store. I had been talking about doing a store up here, and I wanted a name. I didn't want to be some hip-hop fashion. I wanted the name to be something that could transcend culture. That's why you see different various names and brands in the store, like Miss Me and Rock Revivals, and no other boutique or nobody else really sells those in urban markets, and I felt like I could here in Texas, and it's been working so far. I mean, we do pretty good.
How long did it take you to open your first store?
It took me. I didn't plan on opening a store. I was hustling in the streets. I was selling clothes to whoever, people I knew. So I didn't see it as a store. Actually, the store that I ended up going to, the first store, was a lady that I sold clothes to who owned a hair salon, and she wanted to sell clothes, but she didn't have a way to sell clothes. And with her not having a way to sell clothes because she didn't have the connections, I came to her and I sold her clothes. And it's crazy because it was a room off to the side where it was another portion of the store with its own door, and it's just four walls of an empty room. So it was kind of like it was just sitting there waiting on me to get there. So it was pretty cool. And I opened that store up, and once I opened that store up, the rest kind of history. I just kept doing stores. And I didn't want to stay in the streets forever selling clothes. When it rained and all other stuff, it makes it for a bad hustle because you lose money at that point. So I was buying storage buildings and stuff at the same time.
Do you plan to open more stores?
Yeah, we're actually looking at opening a store up in Mesquite. I already have all the stuff for it in storage. I'm just trying to time it right and make sure I do it in a way that it's successful.
Why did you open a clothing line?